Look at this. Now I say that the heir, talking about Christ, as long as he is a child, does not differ at all from a slave. So as long as we are children in the heir, we're slaves. Though he is master of all, when Christ came in his flesh, he was a slave to the Spirit of God, even though he was master of all, but is under guardians and stewards until the time appointed by the Father. See? Even so, we, when we were children, were in bondage under the elements of the world, that is sin. But when the fullness of time, there you have it right there, the fullness of time, God, the plan of God as it's unfolding and being executed is the fullness of time had come. God did something. What did you do, God? I sent forth my son to be born of a woman, born under the law, to redeem those who were under the law, that they may receive the adoption as sons. Plain and simple. Really, really simple. And he backs it up in Hebrews chapter 2, where he says, here am I, Father, and the children you gave me. The children, yeah, those he gave through adoption. God is going around adopting certain people. In the adoption process, friends, who gets to select? Is it the child who is being adopted selecting the parent? So do they go to a parent place, not an orphanage, an adolphinage, where they take a bunch of children and they put the adults along the wall, and the children go and inspect the adults and say, oh, I want that one to be my dad, and I want that one to be my adoptive mother. No, friends, that's not how adoption works. The parent goes and select the child. So what does that mean? That means God is going around choosing whoever he wants to be his children, if he's going around adopting them. See, I don't like that. Oh, well, sorry. That's the way adoption works. Then we come here. We come to world number 2 when the fullness of time ends. And the book of Revelation says, where God says there'll be no more time. When you get over here, friend, there's no such thing as time. There's no time. This place right here has no time. This is the only world where there's going to be time. Then you have time here. And over here, there is no such thing as time. Nobody's going to be saying, I am 50. I am 500. I'm 5,000. I'm 5 million years old. Nobody's going to be counting time, friends. It's eternity, just like the beginning was. The only place that there's time, and it's only on the earth where there's time, in world number 1. But over here, there's no such thing as time. So I said, based on the Bible, that we get to dwell, and that's what God is planning. The whole plan is for God to come and dwell in the world that he created. He's not in this world, friends. He's outside of it. It says he's above the circle of heaven. He's above the circles of the heavens. He's above the circle of the earth. So what did that tell you? He's outside of it. Over here, he literally says that I come and dwell with them. And then in Isaiah, it says these people are still around. They're not annihilated. Isaiah 66 says, the last verse in the book of Isaiah said the people over here who's sitting over here in what the Bible calls the New Jerusalem, in the heavens and the earth, these people are going to be able to look over here and see the people over there. I showed you that last time. Go read the last verse, the last two verses in Isaiah chapter 66. That's what it says. And they're going to feel the eternal wrath of a holy God forever. Now, let me show you the dwelling part. It's written a lot in Isaiah, but I'm going to take you to Revelation. And then we're going to go quickly to Romans chapter 9. So I can show you, friends, and I can pull up many, many verses to show you everything that I'm saying back and forth, because the Bible is full of it. Why? Because it's the entire theme of the book. Now, I saw, John says, a new heaven, and a new earth. What is that? That's a world. A world is made up of a heaven and an earth. You say, well, where is the third part of the world? There's another part over here, like we said, that's called outer darkness. And in it, there's a lake of fire. And if we just back up one chapter, you can see it. It's right here. It's right here. Look. And the dead were judged according to their works by the things written in the books. The sea gave up the dead, dead in trespasses and sins, who were in it. The death and Hades delivered up the dead who were in them. Now, what is this sea? You say, oh, that's water. Man, that's not no water. This is the sea of humanity. There's going to be people who are still alive. The sea of humanity. You say, how the more you know that's the sea of humanity? Because in Revelation 13, the Bible tells us what the sea is. It tells us that the sea is the humans in all the nations. And the beast, the Antichrist, rises up out of the sea. You think he's coming up out of some water? No, he's coming up out of humanity. So the sea he's talking about is the humans in Matthew 25 who makes it all the way through some sinners who didn't believe, okay, have the mark, they didn't believe, yet they remained alive after the Great Tribulation. So not everybody dies. There's the believers who live, and then there's some unbelievers who live. The unbelievers who live get judged, and that's what Matthew 25 is all about. So the sea isn't water. This is the sea of humanity. And death in Hades. Where's that? That's this place underneath the earth. Remember, that was Abraham's bosom. Abraham's bosom. That was one side. And then we had the place of torment where the rich man went. Right? So this place here went up to heavens when Jesus was resurrected. This place here, the Bible says, increased in size. So these two merged together, and now it's only known as the place of torment. So who's there? The dead in trespasses and sins. In this whole place, the name of this place is Hades. Okay? That's what he's talking about. Sometimes you hear him say Sheol, which is the grave. That's what he's talking about. Delivered up the dead who were in them. And they were judged, each one according to his works, in death and Hades. This place right here was done what? It was cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. See? Death is being cast into the lake of fire, which is in a place called outer darkness. And anyone not found written in the book of life was cast. Why are they casting people? Why they just didn't go, skipping and hopping, folks, when they recognize where they're going? No one is skipping and hopping. The Bible says the devil was cast in there. You think he wanted to go there? No. He went kicking and screaming just like everybody else.